up, y'all? Lauren here from nerdcaliber.com, and I'm at Katsucon 2017, and we have a question of the convention. It's 28 days of Black cosplay. When was the first time you started cosplaying, and how did you get started?
I got into cosplay a long time ago because actually my friends were doing Final Fantasy VII group, and they're like, we need you. And I was like, you need me to be Barrett, don't you? So I got in because I was the one black guy in my friend group, and they needed a cosplayer. That was 2006, and I've been in it ever since.
And can you tell us more about your cosplays? Do you usually cosplay as a character of color, or do you mix it up?
Usually. Anything Fifth Element related is my cup of tea. Will Smith, I was Hancock earlier, I was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I do anything pretty much Will Smith or Fifth Element related, but I do cosplay other characters that aren't people of color because I kind of enjoy characters, and if you're going to do something you enjoy, you might as well go all in.
Exactly. And what would you say to other people of color who are afraid to cosplay because of the stigma that many of them face?
I would say don't let the haters bother you, because ultimately there are going to be haters no matter what you do. But if you let people dictate how you feel, then you're letting them win. So if you want to go for it, it's in your heart, go for it, do it.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Lauren. This is Ruby Rod.
You done what's wrong with y'all?
So tell us how you got into cosplaying.
Oh wow, I've always wanted to do cosplay, but because I'm biracial and black and Latina, I've always was afraid to do it. But the cosplay community appears, and now that I'm here, is really open. You know, like at first, you see a lot of racism sometimes it's like, oh, like you can't cosplay this character because you're black or your skin's at the right tone. But like the whole point of cosplay is to have fun and do what you want to do, right? So I mean, like we're here because we love the characters. So that's how I got started, because I just wanted to do it. Like worked up the courage. K-Bear is one of the first like black cosplayers that I saw that really like inspired me to get out there, because she just owns it, and I'm like, love you.
How did you first get into cosplaying?
I got into cosplay when a friend of mine asked if I wanted to go to an anime convention in Ohio. And then from there, every year I just slowly procrastinated, and one year I finally decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And slowly and surely I just saved money by the grace of God, and then here I am.
So how do you feel about 28 days of Black cosplay? Obviously it's a little bit of a stigma in the community. A lot of people say, oh, you should cosplay as who you already look like. How do you feel about that?
Everyone's opinion is different, but I'm saying it's like long overdue. I mean, it's cosplay. Everyone should have fun with it, you know, regardless of where you come from.
I just love anime, and I went to, my first convention was Otakon, I think in like 2007, and I just went there and I saw the cosplayers, and I was like, I think I could do that. Like, I think I could, you know, take my favorite character and turn it into something cool. So I just started doing it way back when and never stopped, really. So
it's 28 days of Black cosplay, and we want to know, how did you get your start cosplaying?
I started when I was real little. My dad took me to a convention, and I dressed as the Yellow Power Ranger when I was like 6 years old, and I didn't stop since then. It's been going on since I was a little kid.
So what inspired you to cosplay as Garnet?
Garnet's amazing. You know, she's so strong and powerful and kind and loving, and I just think she's just a really awesome character.
Is there anything you want to show us under those glasses?
I had a lot of fun painting the third eye.
I was actually inspired to cosplay by a friend of mine who is also a Black cosplayer. I met her at a convention before I'd started cosplaying, and she was just so confident in the way she carried herself, and this was before we were friends, that I really wanted to try doing the same thing. So through encouragement from her and another Black cosplayer friend of mine, it's become a lot easier, and I have a lot of fun doing it.
Honestly, I've been into geekdom for a long time. So has my mom. Like, she never did costumes and things like that, but seeing it around my house, when we go out, on the shows that we watch, I was like, why not? And seeing other people do it made me want to go ahead and get into it.
I got started cosplaying when I was in like the 7th grade or 8th grade, I think. And I had a friend who really liked anime and stuff like that. And she told me that, like, hey, people do cosplay. And I stumbled upon a few CMVs, and from that point on, I was like, dude, I have to do this. This seems really awesome. And from that point on, yeah.
Honestly, I started cosplaying like a year ago. I've always wanted to cosplay, but I was in school at the time in like college, so I didn't really have time or like the money to do it. So like now that I'm like out in the world as like an adult, I have the time and money to do it. And like I followed POC cosplayers on Facebook. It's like this massive group for POCs, and like just looking at them made me want to like join in and like do stuff with them.
Literally, I went to my first convention when I was 14. It was Katsucon 2006, and I didn't even know about cosplay or anything like that. So I just went. First off, I didn't even know there was anything like an anime convention or anything like that, so I was super excited about that. And I went, and I saw everyone just dressed up as like all these characters that I see in video games and anime, and I'm like, people do that? So the very next year, I was like Edward from Cowboy Bebop, so that was my start in cosplay. Literally, you just do it. That's it. And like, I love Halloween anyway. It's my favorite like holiday. So it was just like natural. And I've been doing it for 10 years since. 10 years this year.
Well, I've been helping people make cosplays for about 6 or 7 years now. And I just started going to conventions about 3 years ago. And for me, cosplaying is kind of important, especially being Black. Unfortunately, we don't have as many characters as other people do. And I think it's important that we make it known that we enjoy the same things as everyone else, and we like to see ourselves in media. And I think a good way to do that is by cosplaying characters that aren't usually Black, or characters that are Black, and supporting them.
So let us know what you think in the comments below. I'm Lauren, here with Nerd Caliber at Katsucon 2017. We'll see y'all later.